We are taking a look at Memory of Chaos for version 4.0. This one is called Cyber Mystery. We'll take a look at the buff, the bosses, some teams, and we'll do a little demo. So let's start with the buff up here at the top. At the start of each wave or cycle, gain 5 punchline points. When obtaining punchline, adds a corresponding amount of charge to Mystery Turbulence, stacking up to 50 points. At the start of return, Mystery Turbulence deals 1 instance of true damage to enemy targets. So this is the Elation shill that we are in right now with all the endgame modes. So in this case, we get some punchline on our timeline. Not a lot you can do with this other than just play an Elation character, since they're the ones that can increase punchline. It's a problem I think I have with Elation in general, where there are things that only they can do. So if you don't have an Elation character, you'll just get whatever little extra punchline and therefore extra damage between cycles. Otherwise, if you have Elation, so if you've got Yao Guang and Sparxie, then you'll be able to boost that quite a bit. That said, as with all Memory of Chaos buffs, they're usually not that important since they are occurring between the cycle changes, and hopefully you are not dragging the fight on for too many cycles, so this is not going to come up that often. But nevertheless, the only strategy here is play Elation. Otherwise, you just get whatever they give you. If we look at the 2 nodes, we've got Sparxie, the new Sparxie boss, on the first node, and our old friend Ligus in the second node. If you're not familiar with those boss fights, we'll just review it again quickly. So I'm not going to read all this, but with Sparxie, the big thing is that you pick one of your characters to go off-field and have a separate fight with some of her minions. So you want to kill those minions as quickly as possible and get back in the fight. Taking them out will also make it so Sparxie takes significantly more damage when you come back. So any character that's going to be good at fighting by themselves is going to be good. And also, as you might guess, Elation is good against Sparxie because your Elation skills during your Aha instant will damage both sides of the field. So that'll help you take out those enemies faster. If you don't have Elation or don't want to use it on this fight, anybody that's going to be a strong solo fighter, I find it fun to use Finon because he just always fights by himself anyway. Another good choice, which is the one I'm going to use, is Firefly, especially since I have her E2. Your kind of off-field, sub-field fight is going to be against 3 targets, so like Blast is very effective. They're already weak to fire, and if you have E2, you're getting extra turns, so she works out pretty good for that as well. But there's a lot of characters you can use. Like I said, Blast is usually very effective, and anything that's going to be able to take advantage of the weakness types of those subfield enemies and clear them quick should be good. For the second fight, we've got Ligus, and if just a refresher on his mechanics are based on adding and removing characters from the field, and that would include his minions and your memo sprites. So the faster you can do that, the faster you'll cycle through his phases, and every 2 phases he'll start taking a significant amount of extra damage. The damage he takes increases. So the best characters to manipulate that are obviously your remembrance characters, and in particular Evernight, because Evernight's memo sprite EV comes on and off the field constantly throughout the fight. That will help you move things along quickly. Caster's too, to a certain extent, but her dragon's a lot slower than Eevee. That will help move things along. That said, you don't need to do that. The other aspect of it is if you could just blow away his minions as quickly as possible, he'll put more on the field, and that will advance things quickly as well. So anybody who's got good AoE, especially in the second half when he's going to summon 4 minions at a time, is going to be good. So in this case, I'm going to take out the Herta, still the queen of AoE, and you can use her as well. So if you don't have the Remembrance team, that's another option, or anybody that's going to have good AoE capabilities. Okay, so that is the bosses and the teams. Let's do our demo. So we will start with
Not yet time to
Firefly here. Like I said, I do have E2, but the rest of the squad is E0, S1.
There'll be a way.
So with these enemies, you're actually going to want to attack the peacock, I guess, first. You can see the counter that says 2 of 6 there. The faster you can hit them and make that counter go up, the faster that they'll be, I guess, vulnerable, I guess. So I like to focus on them first. They also have some mechanics where they'll go through some mode changes, like the big delinquent chicken guy will go through some mode changes when an aha instant happens. So it's another kind of weird situation where
Dreams of a past.
there's kind of nothing you can do if you don't have an elation character. So I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that mechanic. That said, it is the only way in this fight that you can increase your punch line, is by kind of switching their modes. So you can see I actually did get to 35 or up to 40 punch line now. Okay, so in the Sparxie fight, you get to pick who goes into the subfield. And now I've got Firefly battling her 3 minions. So we're going to take them out quickly. Since I have Firefly E2, which is very good, I get extra turns. And we were able to take them out right away, which is really good.
The truth burns clear everything in this world.
I didn't even have to explain the little screen mechanics and everything, because we didn't have time. Maybe in the next phase. So after escaping, Sparxie will take more damage.
Dream vanished.
No, I don't like this because Firefly's extra turn is dependent on getting a break, and we did not get a break on that one. Oh well. Thankfully, with her speed high enough, she's just gonna get her turn back up quickly anyway. Okay, so phase 2, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to pick Firefly to go off field. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this group as quickly because we kind of have the bigger Sparxie. For the rest of your team, if you're not familiar with this part, each of these screens will have an effect on the subfield when you hit them. So if you hit the pink screen, that will increase the I think it's the res pen of your character off field, and then if you hit the right screen, it will decrease the damage that the enemies do to help them survive a little bit. So if you have to pick one, it's generally going to be better to pick the damage so you can end the fight faster, and that could stack up to 4 times. That's why you see the 0 of 4 there. But if you can hit both of them at once, that's even better. So we're going to do that.
Memories took it all down. So beautiful.
You can see both of those numbers. One went up by 2 and one went down by 2. And that'll happen every time. We'll do the same thing with Lingsha. So that's maxed out now, where we're getting the most of our damage buff, and also the enemy is debuffed. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though.
You want to betray me? Like fire until everything burns to ashes! This is more than a fight. To live! I'm gonna quit. Set the seas ablaze!
Alright.
You dare hurt my fans?
So Firefly is back.
Extra your bones! Firefly type 4 in position.
Okay, this time I can break the side bits, so...
Anymore. Allow me to purge the root.
I think Firefly was already on her extra turn, though, if I recall.
Have we met?
The truth burns everything in this world. It's bleeding.
Share good fortune.
It's so funny when she calls you a cyber bully.
Fallen for me already. Immolated my death.
Okay, nice. So Dahlia was able to finish it before the cycle change to make a nice clean 1 cycle clear with Firefly. Okay. So now we've got the Herta.
Your judgment. Watch this.
I thought about playing her with Jade, but I think Anaxa's probably a little bit better on this fight.
This is your team.
Part of the fight is 3 enemies, and the other part is 5, but I think this will be better. Now we've got this guy. I hate the stingrays so much. I'm so sick of them. I feel like they've been in every endgame since 3.5. But that stingray will slow you down. You know, basically just hit them to keep advancing their turn so that they like die from their own dots. Or bring a dot team. Dot team is pretty good in this fight too, by the way, because it's good AoE.
Curiosity.
I did not play my dot team because my dot team is broken. I have E6 Kafka and I also just got E6 Heiselins. So I wanted to do a demo that wasn't just murder everything instantly. It's gonna make it real hard for me to demo or test dot too, but it's my favorite team, so.
So tiring.
I'm tempted to actually skill with Don Hung because my shields are a little low.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
Just to be safe. Okay, I'm gonna hold Tribbie's ult
Hopeless as ever. Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
so I can benefit a little more from the action advance.
Insanity.
It's coming. I can relax it.
Okay, I'm gonna use Herta's ult.
Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a void. I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
I should mention my Herta is also E2, so you might see I've had extra enhanced skills.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
I almost forgot for a second what Herta's E2 does. It's been a while. Okay, Anaxa, can you finish the job?
To the soul.
No. Come on, guys, really? Oh, that's disappointing. I couldn't finish the first part in 1 cycle. Anaxa, I blame you.
Dragons soaring.
I'd have to go back and check to see if I did something wrong, because I've definitely cleared that in 1 cycle in my previous testing. But, oh well. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Danny attacks.
Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown. Curiosity. Endless riddle.
Okay, so you can see the counter under Lygas's name that says 2 out of 4. So that means a minion has to either leave or enter the field 4 times. So we killed 2 of his minions, which made the counter go up by 2, and when his turn comes back around, he's going to summon 2 more minions, and that will change the phase.
Watch it crumble.
What's the matter? Insanity.
Okay, so he's gonna do his attack, and then... Oh, it's Danny's attack. Alright, sure, why not?
Soaring above the land.
Actually, I'm gonna do everybody's ult because there's a chance when he changes phases, he gives a free ult out to 2 of your characters randomly. So let's just empty our ults in the event that we might get a free one. Okay, let's build skill points back up. Okay, so mode's gonna change, and right now we're gonna get our 2 free ultimates. So Don Hung and Herta got it. Now the downside is when you get this free ultimate, using it makes you take a pretty good chunk of damage. But it's fine. Don Hung's shields are big. Okay, and you can see under Lagus's name now it says 0 out of 10, so we need to kill minions. Every time you kill a minion, it'll make that counter come up. And Herta is pretty good at killing minions. So we're gonna use her skill first, then advance with her ultimate. Alright, that's 4 down.
I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
Tiring.
Is it coming?
So once that counter hits 10, of course Lagus will change modes, and on the second change is when he becomes more vulnerable to damage. So he'll start taking more damage.
Never seen perfection before. Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
He will also do his big bomb thing here, so you gotta
Curiosity.
be prepared to take some damage.
Nothing but a
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
helpless as ever. Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
My purpose is to protect.
Now that is a problem. Herta good at AoE, not so good at single target.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
Protocol warning. Virtue and discipline.
Oh, out of skill points. Yeah, we still want it.
Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a ball.
So he doesn't summon more minions until it gets to, you can see the little like gold helmet on the action bar.
Watch it crumble.
Underestimate
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
Okay, always make sure you have a skill point for Tribbie when she needs it.
Something happened. To my soul.
Okay, so that'll switch our modes.
Mountain command.
Get our free. Oh, I should have used Anaxa's ultimate. Because now I just got it. I could have had a free ultimate and I missed it.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity. To the soul.
Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown. Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a void. I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
Ooh, that's big damage on that one.
I'll endure.
All right, let's just wrap this up.
Is it coming? Are you the West Wind?
Never seen perfection, but open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
Okay, so it's 3 cycles with the Herta. Probably should have been 2. I don't know if I messed up on the first bit, but it was close enough. I feel like a little tweaking that would have been an easy 2. and we had the 1 cycle at the beginning, so 4 cycle total. Pretty comfortable clear, all things told. Like I mentioned, I had E2 Firefly and E2 the Herta, so if you're using E0, your results might be a little worse, but as you can see, there is plenty of room for error there. Even if you are, a cycle or 2 slower on each side, you'll be fine. So that'll do it then for Memory Chaos 4.0. Hopefully that was helpful. If you like this content, please like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, all those good things, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.